90.9 KLRC. That's Matt Maher. Morning. It's Mark, Becky, and Ross, the intern. Thanks for letting us tag along and be a part of your morning this morning.
So last night, we watched the Olympics for the first time.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't think you guys would even go in.
It's rare to sit down and watch TV, but I was like, I feel like we should introduce this to our kids.
Okay. I mean, it's a big world spectacle.
Yeah. And so we start watching, and I don't remember what the sport is called, but it's the one where it's the same track, or it looks like the same track as the bobsledding, where the two people are laying on top of each other, or it looks like they're laying on top of each other. And
the luge.
Something.
Is that what it's called?
It looks like luge. They need to be wearing a full body armor.
It's really weird when it's two people.
It is weird.
It's
how are they laying there? They would look like just one, and then at the end there's two heads. What?
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay. The way you explained it, I'm like, wait, I don't really know, but okay.
So
yes, it's two-person luge.
Two-person luge. So then we're watching this, and one of them, I don't remember who, says, Mama, we should try that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was my 6-year-old. And I was like, maybe, your sister and I can try something else. You and Mama can try that. And then my 4-year-old goes, yeah, me and Mama will try something else. I'm like, yeah, watching.
That was what she was for.
Yes. And I was watching other videos earlier, and I'm like, we have concluded, my husband and I have concluded that Olympians, that's a whole different superpower.
Yep.
And then luging, that's a whole different superpower.
There's something, isn't it, to these athletes? They make it look so easy that there is. I've had that same thing. I was like, I could do a quadruple jump on an ice skate. Sure.
Can I see that? I want to see that attempt.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC. The positive difference.
I did it.
Understood. I'm not loved because I'm worthy. I'm loved because you're good.
90.9 KLRC. That's Matthew West and good.
Ready for some good news?
We are too.
Here's your positive difference story of the day.
All right, Mark, let's see how well you know the Winter Olympics.
All right.
Have you heard of Ilana Myers-Taylor?
No.
Okay, good.
Should I?
Yes.
Okay.
So she's a wife.
Okay.
She's a mom of 2 boys.
Cool.
One of her boys is deaf and has Down syndrome.
Wow.
Her other boy is deaf as well.
Okay.
And she's a Winter Olympian. She's actually the most decorated female Black Winter Olympian.
She is a boss mom, managing all that?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She takes her boys with her wherever she travels around the world, too.
That's awesome.
So she began her interest in the Olympics after completing a career in softball.
Okay.
But her Olympic success is in nothing other than bobsledding.
Okay, that's awesome.
So she attempted to try out for the softball team, the USA softball team, and it
didn't make that?
Treacherous. She's like, it was by far the worst tryout ever.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And
but she didn't give up.
She didn't. Her parents, she was born in California, but she was raised in Georgia. Her parents saw bobsledding on TV one day and were like, hey, why don't you try out for that?
See, it's like your kids. You're like, we can do that.
Except for she came from a very athletic family, so she's like, yeah, let me try that.
It's like, if softball doesn't work out, I'll just go bobsled. It'll be fine.
They didn't even know what it was. Okay? So in 2014, she made history by becoming the first woman to win a medal in a men's event as part of the international competition.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Not only was she one of the first women to win and compete in the mixed gender 4-man race, she did so with her husband, Nick Taylor, who was her brakeman.
That's cool.
Isn't it cool?
That's really cool.
Really sweet.
So she's obviously been a trailblazer for varying mom athletes, especially Olympians. But she says she wants to show her boys that the boys, were not limitations to their mom's dreams.
Yeah, she's living that.
Yes. She says she wants them to see that their mom kept pushing through because she always told, no, you can't do this. No, you shouldn't do that. But the head coach says that she's building the team and the sport. She's like the key recruiter for Team USA.
Wow.
She loves the sport, loves bringing others along with her, and she's recruited several track and field athletes to the sport.
That's really awesome.
She says, one of the big reasons I was put in a bobsled is to help people not only reach their goals, but come to Christ. God put me here for a specific reason, and I don't think it's just to win medals. At the end of the day, I'm in the sport to glorify God. So if that means I come in last place or I win the gold medal, that's what I'm going to do.
Wow.
I love it.
She's amazing.
I'm a big fan now.
Seriously, that's pretty encouraging. And her kids with both of the parents doing all that athletic stuff, those are going to be some crazy athletic kids.
Yes. That is our positive difference story of the day.
He's working on me still.
90.9 KLRC. That's Crowder. It's the new one still on the positive difference.
So Valentine's Day, is in a couple days, I guess.
Saturday.
Yep.
Countdown's on.
That's coming up.
Are you into Valentine's Day?
It was only since having kids.
Okay.
Before that, I was like, I don't like flowers. I don't like the things. I think I was in denial.
Okay.
And
Because you really did, actually. Yeah.
Because then I'd be all bitter that nothing happened. It's like, what do you expect, Becky? You said you didn't want anything, so nothing happened. Speaking of what I wanted. So I had told my husband a couple months ago, like, these are the 3 things that I would love for Valentine's Day.
So you proactively gave him a couple of months' notice?
This is how you prevent being disappointed. You set the expectations up front and you set the person up for success right out of the gate.
Okay.
What was the thing? Like a latte in a pink cup with a pink gopher thing?
What is that?
A kosher? Is that what it is?
I don't know what that is either.
I don't either.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of
something pink.
Coffee?
Yes.
Okay. So my things were like a pedicure. I haven't had one in years.
Okay.
A massage. Same. Hadn't had one in years. And getting my family car detailed.
Okay.
That was your Valentine gift wish list.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I already did one of them myself. One of them I have to, the pedicure, I already did it.
I feel for your husband.
The pedicure, I'm waiting because I'm having a medical procedure done. And sometimes I don't let you have nail polish on. So I'm waiting for that. And then the car detailing, it can happen a little bit later. It's fine.
So you gave him things he can't do.
He sure can. He can schedule a car detailing appointment.
I'm Team Brad on this. I'll be like, what do you want me to do?
Okay, bless him. He is super thoughtful, right? So he came to me a couple days ago with hey, I wanted to get you one of these 3 things, but I feel like I need to run it by you to see if you would actually appreciate it.
Are these one of the 3 things you gave him?
No.
Ideas? No. So he came up with his own list?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of them was a very traditional Chinese tea kettle.
You're into tea? That's
I do love tea. And I said, hey, I want one of those one day. And then he did research and learned but you can't ever leave water sitting in it because it will rust it because it's made of natural minerals. And I'm like, ugh. He's like, it's too much work, huh? I was like, So, no, we're not going to do that.
Okay.
And he's like, how about a countertop herb garden? I love gardening.
Yeah.
But I'm
very thoughtful.
Less stuff is more. I don't need anything more on my counters. Meh. Not so much. And then there's a third one, something with very healthy drinks that you can make. And I'm like, same. It's more stuff. Nah, I'm good. Let's just stick with the original.
You shot down all 3 ideas.
I was trying to be practical.
Look,
you're just like, Becky needs a back massage.
As from the other perspective.
Sure, I'm listening.
I think what he's trying to do is be thoughtful.
He is, and I love that.
And be like, hey, I know you gave me these ideas, but I want to be creative and think about what is she into. And then probably, because I've done the same thing, then he got self-conscious if he's not an expert gift giver.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, but she might not I don't want to.
Yeah.
So he was just...
He was.
Trying to...
And I appreciate that. And I'm just trying to save him some energy. He has a lot of house repairs. Save the energy for that.
So you're like, let's go back to the original list.
Original plan.
Poor guy.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
90.9 KLRC morning. It's Jordan Feliz. It's Mark, Becky, and Rusty intern. So this weekend, Valentine's weekend.
Yes.
We were earlier having a little spirited conversation about, is it okay to tell your Valentine what you want for Valentine's Day?
That's right.
Becky, 2 months ago, gave her husband a list.
I did. Very practical.
Okay. Now, I get it. I'm on Team Brad, your husband here, because I think if that had happened, I would do the same. I would be like, okay, that's great, but that doesn't feel super thoughtful since I literally didn't have to give it any thought.
Sure.
So he did what I think I would be doing, which is like, yeah, but what if I came up with something more creative, more thoughtful? And then he wasn't so sure about it, so he started bouncing the ideas off.
And I was like, no, I'm good.
Like, I like the original list.
Yeah.
I was like, but he's putting a lot of thought and creativity into it.
I will say this, look, he is exceptionally well at getting jewelry gifts. I know nothing about jewelry, and he always knows exactly what to get, and it's always perfect and beautiful.
Yes.
But when it comes to, like, you know, my list was like a massage, a pedicure, getting the family car detailed. Very
those
practical.
kind of things. Yeah.
That is very practical.
Right. He more thought about like, oh, she really likes teas and she likes plants.
Let's get a tea kettle. Let's get a
which was thoughtful.
It's very sweet.
Herb garden. It's just more stuff.
Really it is. I don't know. I get why it's okay to tell the person.
Yes.
Kind of. I still feel like it's like I don't know. Is that cheating in some way?
I feel like it just depends on the person. Like Carrie, one of our listeners, reached out and she said, you know, I'm Team Becky on this one. I give my husband a list from Valentine's Day, birthday, and Christmas.
Wow. Whoa. Okay.
That way you get exactly what you want. There's no like chance of it getting donated or getting shoved to the back of the camp. Like,
and no hurt feelings.
No hurt feelings.
I get
Everybody wins.
And I'm not a very good gift giver, so...
It's good to recognize that.
For some of us, a little help, I guess, might be in order. Yeah. Ross, what about you? You've got, this is year one? Is this the first Valentine's?
This is going to be the first Valentine's. And
did you ask her, like, what she wanted, or did she tell you?
So, okay, what I did was I told her, I was just very honest. I'm like, hey, I'm a dude. Valentine's Day doesn't mean anything to me. I listen, I was like, I'm willing to, if you want to say it means something to you, I'm willing to do whatever because I know that it's special because you're a girl and it's special for you. And I'm a dude and I'm like, all I care about
no stereotypes Christmas. Going on here at all.
Wow.
No. Listen.
All right.
Is Valentine's Day like the most manly holiday? I think
there are guys that like it.
I think there definitely
Ross,
are.
that we might share the studio with that appreciate the day.
And that's okay. But I'm just like, hey, listen, I really only think about two holidays, Christmas and my birthday. But
it's all about me.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
90.9 KLRC. Good morning. It is 7:12 with Mark, Becky, Ross the intern, and Jen. Pollock Michel joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So Jen is here speaking on campus this week at John Brown University. It's part of the Relationships Week, sponsored by the Center for Healthy Relationships, Dr. Rosemary and the crew, which is awesome. And you were kind enough to come stop in. We're so grateful. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. And for those of us who maybe aren't familiar with your book and kind of what you've been talking about, would you mind just telling us a little bit about the concept of time anxiety and things like that you discuss in your book?
Well, I think pretty much everybody knows they experience time anxiety, even if they don't exactly know how to define it. You know? Yes. Yeah, I think time anxiety is sort of the idea that every day is running away from us and our to-do list is too long, time is too short. And how do we, live in this world that is constantly speeding up and we feel limited in our capacities? And I think the time management industry is sort of a response and kind of an answer to our time anxiety. But what I talk about in the book is I think it's a partial solution.
Okay, so the book is called In Good Time. And you mentioned time management. I think for a lot of us, we would say, hey, I feel that anxiety, that pressure. And you're right, there's a multi-billion-dollar industry that's saying, hey, but if you just use these tools and you do these things, why is it that time management doesn't really help us?
Well, one of the reasons is it's kind of interesting when I was doing the research. There's actually not a lot of new time management strategies. When that sort of first started to become a thing in actually the mid 1800s, all of the solutions that we kind of see now are pretty much the same. Get up early, prioritize your task, But ultimately, what time management doesn't grapple with is the fact that time actually is limited. That even if you do your best, if you take that workshop and have that new app on your phone, at the end of the day, you're still a limited human being. Yeah. You've only got 24/7, to actually live your life in. And so I think this idea that it's sort of a false promise, I think, that, if you just manage your time really, really well, you'll actually not experience time anxiety. And I actually think time anxiety is a little bit just about being human, being mortal beings, being in limited bodies, and being creatures and not the creator.
Yeah. Man, I can resonate with that as somebody who I love productivity. I love the feeling of I got a bunch done. I think I use those time management tools to kind of combat that anxiety. It's like, okay, well, at least today I got enough done so I can feel good about myself today or whatever. Right. But it sounds like what you're saying. I know that feeling too at the end of the day, just to feel like, yeah, but there's still something not right. Like I killed myself to do all this, and now I'm like, this doesn't feel healthy at all.
There's such a paradox, because on the one hand, like, we complain about our busyness, but on the other hand, like, we like being busy. Yeah. We derive a sense of satisfaction from being productive. And I think productivity, like, just to think biblically as a Christian, is actually it's a worldly category. Okay. It's actually a category for machines. When you kind of look into the research, it's Frederick Taylor in the factory with the stopwatch. How can we make our different processes more productive? How can we actually produce more widgets at the end of the day? And while that might work for the factory, it doesn't work that well for human beings and human bodies.
Wow.
So interesting.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
I'll tell the whole world about you. I'm unashamed.
90.9 KLRC. Morning. It's Mark, Becky, Ross the intern, and a little conversation around the breakfast table this morning with Jen Pollock Michel. She wrote this book called In Good Time. It's for all of us who are feeling like, man, we're trying to save time, manage time, yet we're feeling hurried, stressed, almost like we're machines just getting stuff done in life. And how do we battle this thing she calls time anxiety?
So what would you say is a biblical solution to this time anxiety?
I think one of the things we have to do is actually just kind of reject some of those categories, or at least just allow ourselves to say productivity is a limited category. Yeah, at the end of the day, we have things to do, and that's good that we do them and that we be responsible people with our time, because time does matter. It's an important thing that God has given to us, but maybe expanding our categories to things like fruitfulness. That's actually a biblical category that I think is much more helpful for human beings, because fruitfulness is, if you think about just fruitfulness as a word, a fruit-bearing tree has particularly productive seasons and then other seasons that are less productive. And so it kind of allows you to be seasonal, and life is seasonal. The book of Ecclesiastes tells us that. I think also just looking to see that managing time is a little bit of an illusion. It gives us a sense of actually being God ourselves. There's nobody who manages time. We can manage our projects, we can manage our to-do list, but we don't actually manage time. God's the giver of time. And so there's a way in which I think it's really helpful as a Christian to say that whatever time I have, it will be enough for whatever God has given me to do. We know that if God calls you to do something, he gives you the resources to do it. And time, that would include time.
Wow. So let me see if I'm tracking with you on this. That fruitfulness is an interesting thought to me, because when I think about somebody like Jesus, I think, okay, when I was super productive,
right.
It feels like a lot of times he's pretty slow, right? He's late when people think he should have been on time in their minds. He doesn't seem to be in a hurry. Doesn't seem to be out to how fast can I conquer all these areas. And yet, when I think about fruitfulness, nobody changed the world like he did, right? Is that the idea of it? Hey,
Absolutely.
maybe it's less about being in such a hurry to accomplish so much and more about the right things coming out of our lives.
Absolutely. I think I'm so glad that we're just saying, let's look at the life of Jesus. Let's look at the life of Jesus who can minister to children, right? The most kind of unimportant category of people in the day besides women. And he spent a lot of time with women too, and so he was, we look at Peter who's like, come on, Jesus, what are you doing? You're praying? You got all these people that are looking for you. And he's always investing himself in what his Father has given him to do and trusting that those invitations are the right invitations to actually respond to, and never afraid of interruption either. That beautiful story of he's on the way to heal Jairus' daughter, and then the bleeding woman touches his cloak, and then he stops and has to ask who's touched me. He knows that healing power has gone out of him, and so Jesus is not time anxious. He really has a sense that he's moving through the day at the command of his Father, and that his Father's giving him all that is needed for the work that he's given him to do.
Wow.
So clear and so easily digestible.
Yeah.
There's no question about it.
Right. Now, doing it, I think we're going to need some help.
Yeah.
I can see all the times where I'm like, the whole I'm wandering back into some serious time anxiety here, or worshiping productivity. But I think you're right. When we experience what it's supposed to be, it feels like we know it too.
Yeah.
It's like when we slow down to be with that person God put in our path that day, and you're like, oh, this was right.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was worth it. So first of all, thank you for coming to pour into our students on campus. Appreciate that very much. And the book is called In Good Time. Jen, Pollock, Michelle, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The KLRC Morning Show.
90.9 KLRC.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. HBPYBRTXDAY.
Hey,
Ross,
happy birthday.
where were you?
I was making sure I had all the birthdays.
Ross was MIA on the dance party, but that's the important stuff
you know
covered.
what? I actually would rather say the birthdays than dance to the birthday song.
Okay.
Womp, womp.
All right. Let's do it. It's time for the Marketplace Grill Birthday Bash. It is Thursday, February 12th.
And we're giving a big shout out to Rancy Sharp today, who's turning old enough in Siloam Springs.
Jalen Williams is turning 7 in Siloam Springs as well.
Luke Snyder turning 6 in Rogers today.
Michael Thompson, 10 double digits in Jay.
Oh, and Case Gwynn turning the big 29 in Jay. Also, they said to give a big shout out because they're in law school today.
Nice.
And Will Dockery has a birthday in Fayetteville.
And Henry, pardon me if I get this wrong, Museku turning 13 in Fayetteville.
Okay.
Jada Bobo turning 13 in Springdale.
Vicky Bailey has a birthday in Lincoln.
And Danny Prine has a birthday in Springdale.
All right. And all the names are in the randomizer. Somebody gets a gift certificate to celebrate at the Marketplace Grill. Luke Snyder, Rogers.
Happy
Happy
birthday, Luke.
birthday.
It's easy